Hello, 99 Army, boys and girls, and welcome back to another Storytime video. And today, I don't have a story today. Yes, I know you might be calling me lazy, but I will explain. So, first of all, the last story time about the college football playoff took me 2.5 weeks to make, and that one was not technically all the way finished. I'd not finished the final copy all the way through by the time I posted that video. So I didn't really complete it all, and that one took me almost 3 complete sheets of paper, front and back. I actually had to keep the 3 pieces of paper together with a paper clip so that I wouldn't lose any part of that script. So that was really long. That's why it took me 2.5 weeks to have it most of the way done to the point where I could make that video. And it was Christmas time too, so I kind of got a little bit lazy, which I'm not going to use that as an excuse, but I also got kind of burnt out a little bit because I felt like daily that I needed to work on a significant chunk of the story time. And besides going to Spain and missing one of those times then, I have posted a story time every other week since, hold on, I think it's sometime in April. Let me take a look here. I can't remember exactly, so I'm gonna take a look here. Pardon me if you can hear me typing. Okay, I have not missed an every other storytime video since... Well, besides the Spain, which would have been July 1st, I was in Spain and I didn't bring my computer. So besides that, it's been... Hold on, give me another second here. Well, I have kept on a certain schedule since, well, since June 17th. And that was 3 weeks after I posted my May 27th storytime video that was supposed to go up the week before. Then the May 6th one was 2 weeks before that. So the schedule really started to get going after I posted 3 in the span of like 10 days. April 1st, excuse me, April 1st to April 15th, I'm like, yeah, that's a good amount of time to work on a storytime video. So, yes, I mean, that script was the longest one that I have had. Because although I didn't cover the games in complete detail, I still when it comes to football, I still write it and title things on my Football Nerd channel in case you don't know what I'm talking about. So I have to go a little bit in depth there. So technically I'm not missing this, but I do not have a story ready for you guys. But I am working on this story as we speak, and I started on it yesterday. Okay, so in terms of the college football playoff script, I started it December 13th, and I didn't completely have it done in time for the December 30th deadline, that 2-week deadline from posting my first trip to Europe story time on December 16th. Whenever I got that script done, which I rushed that out a tiny bit. Whenever I got that most of the way done, I'm just kind of like, well, I can start on the college football playoff because I knew that that was going to take a long time because I had to cover 2 years of games and, well, technically 2.5, but 2 to 3 years of games, college games. So I had to run through like 6 college games and extra stuff too. And going into it, I knew that because of Christmas that I wouldn't want to work on it sometimes because that was the deal at Thanksgiving. That's why that December 2nd story time was. I barely got that done, and I stayed up late that Thursday night on December the 1st trying to finish that. So, holidays just messed me up, and then, like, I just took a little break from writing my story times, and it definitely rejuvenated my desire to make these. It's not a struggle anymore. And I regained that earlier this week, and I was like, well, I can't write a story in a few days. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, yes, I know what's supposed to go into the story because it's a real life experience, but you know, whenever you've got to go to school and you've got real life things to deal with, I'm pretty sure writing a story is not on your to-do list there over going to school and the real life things that I had to deal with. So, the next story time, I don't know why I'm coughing a little bit. Okay, so the next story time video will be about, which is coming out in, of course, 2 weeks. So, once again, I am sorry that I do not have a story time video ready, but one is in the works as I'm speaking. And I started it yesterday, by the way, so I will be able to get it done in 2 weeks. So don't worry, I will have one ready for the 27th. And it will be my experience with Super Bowl 50, last year's NFL Super Bowl, since the Super Bowl will take place February 5th. That will be 9 days after I post that storytime video, which I will not be able to post another storytime video in that time frame with my 2-week schedule before the Super Bowl. So, sorry it comes so early. And then I have a Valentine themed story for the 10th of February, which I haven't worked on the Valentine's one or the one that I'm going to mention here in a couple of minutes, or not in a couple of minutes, but in a minute here. But I will have the next story time done on time. I promise you that, because I've already started working on it, as I've said, and I've gotten a decent portion of it done already. And then the 24th, which is 2 weeks from February 10th, as you can guess it, or as you can guess, will not be a holiday themed, since, you know, there's no holiday there, but I've decided to talk about my first time driving a car, and I was going to do that for the story time 2 weeks from now, but I have decided to put that on the back burner for now, since, you know, I since the Super Bowl is February 5th, and it's not like March, so yeah, so if I'm gonna make a Super Bowl themed video, it might as well be before the Super Bowl, not after. And yeah, so I'm sorry for not posting a real storytime video. I was thinking about not posting a video like this with me talking just like my normal storytime videos are structured, with some background gameplay, but I thought that I'd owe you guys an explanation, since you guys are such great fans, and you'd be like, oh, where's the storytime video? Well, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm working on it. I promised you that. Working on it. But since you all are great fans, I just thought that I owed you all an explanation to why there isn't one today. Really. So, yes, guys, I do believe that that will do it for this explanation on storytime, if you want to call it, or just storytime, I guess. So yes, guys, until the next storytime video, which will come out in 2 weeks. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. So yes, guys, until the next storytime video, which will come out in 2 weeks, 100% guaranteed, I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys. Thank you all for watching.